I agree with her on that
football,
too.
look at what football does. All right, so I'm a soccer fan. It's the only sport that I watch anymore. All right. There is a problem with concussions in soccer at the moment right now. The United States was the first country in the world to disallow headers up until the age of 13 because they're worried about CTE. All right, football has used its players like meat time and time again.
Yeah.
They don't take care of their players. They don't give them pensions. They don't give them medical benefits. They buried CT under the rug.
Sure,
It's
I mean,
so I'm just saying that we're
So
talking about this game that you're
my
saying you have problems with the game, but actually look at the game itself and think about what it's.
I have a problem with the industry, not
Actually, she's right, because there was a football player who raped a woman and he was found not guilty. So it's not necessarily the players, it's actually the NFL. So I would think that I would be more on your side of the NFL is the problem instead of it being Michael Vick, because when that guy and they were caught butt naked, you see him dragging this woman, she's screaming, she's nude, and he's dragging her into the bedroom, and he raped her. He got out. He was found not guilty. And then you see so many videotapes of other football players beating their wives or knocking out female fans, and they have been charged with rape. They have been charged with assault and battery and sodomy. They have been charged with this, in the NFL go bad. Now go out there and play. And I totally get that argument, because if you want to say that right there would be the fault of the NFL, not these individual players.
But it is the fault of the individual player, because the individual players who tortured animals. I'm also upset with the NFL. But here's the thing with what you said, Touring News. So obviously we're not including like Pele and Ricardo or like Bale or any of those people in this. But so my like holy hierarchy of sports is college football, then MLB, then NFL, right? And then everything else don't really give a fuck, other than like maybe curling underneath that, right? MLB and golf are like the two. If you are good at those and you have like an option to do that over any others, do that, because they pay your retirement. Like we're still paying like the Astros, I say weird, like Craig Biggio's fucking salary, right? And that dude hasn't played in forever, right? And obviously like MLB, you might like throw your shoulder out, you might get arthritis, but you're not going to get like concussions from fuck and get ruined. But whenever you play a sport, and the shitty football player makes more money than a decent soccer player.
No, they don't. What about all the ones that don't make it? What about all the ones that don't make it there? All right, I'll let you keep going.
Well, sure, but we're not talking about ones that don't make it.
Well, this is why I'm talking about it, because the health risks for those people to get.
But here's the thing, though: you're engaging in a contract. Like nobody's putting it. Like this isn't China preparing for the Olympics. Nobody's holding a gun or sending you to camp.
Did the kids know what they were doing at age 8 when they were signing up for it to get into concussion sports? It's going to lead them.
Sure. When I played football at age 8, I wanted to play football.
Yeah, cool. Okay. And I guess you knew what CTE was back then. Like, this is just... I don't stand for football.
Well, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. They're engaging in a contract knowing that they can get hurt.
At age 8,
I think
that
Mike Vick knows that
I mean, nowadays,
and Mike Vick makes a fuckload of money.
And Mike Vick is a good role model for inner city youth. If you're not going to do the shit he's doing, you're not in a position to judge the man, okay?
I think a black man like Andre Johnson is infinitely a better role.
It doesn't matter what you think should be a better role. What I'm telling you is that Mike Vick is actually participating, and he's actually in the inner city community. He's actually going to black.
Is though Tree of Logic?
I do know who Mike Vick is, and I do know for a fact. Hold on, excuse me. I do know for a fact he is going into the hood. He is going into the ghetto. He is actually mentoring little black teenagers to be better role models when he grow up. Unless you're going to fucking do the same goddamn thing, I don't think you're in a position to even talk about what he should be doing as for the inner city youth.
Sure, I don't think that he should, with all of his millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, I don't think that he should be torturing animals.
He's not torturing animals. Shut the hell up. He's not. He's actually paid his fucking price, and he went to jail.
All right.
Tree,
come on now.
Okay.
Tree, come on.
I mean, she's lying. She said he was torturing animals. He served his time.
Tree.
But
okay, my thing is, stop lying and saying that he's torturing. I'm sorry. stop lying and saying that Michael Vick is torturing animals. You're lying. He is not.
Sure, and the
did.
pedophile that you want to
He
kill
did
is
not.
actively
He
raping
used to.
children.
He was convicted. He served his time in jail. He's out now. He has reformed himself. He has once again donated hundreds of thousands of dollars, as well as participating in community services.
Okay,
and it still ain't good for your ass.
Okay,
my thing is that I'm trying to like say like, what? Goddamn, you can't reform. It's nobody can never be better in your eyes. And that's a damn shame, but it doesn't matter. You don't matter to the black community, so it doesn't matter what the fuck.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna mute like everybody in a second. I have a question. Let me ask. Yeah, let me ask. I think I already know what's like the root disagreement here. Vajesty, do you value like animal lives any differently than human lives?
I think that torture is bad across the fucking board. Yeah.
Okay, so to you, it'd be like not exactly the same as like torturing a child, right? But it'd be like really fucking similar. It's like what more value should we put on a human life that we don't give respect to animals?
That hammering a live child to a tree and hammering a live dog to a tree are both pretty fucking inhumane and monstrous.
Okay, Tree, do you think that there's a very big gap between like human and animal lives? That there's like a pretty
I do not put children on the same scale as animals.
Okay.
And even though I'm a vegan and don't eat the animals, I don't put them on the same scale as animals, okay? I put human beings on a higher scale than I do animals.
Okay, and just to be clear, much higher, right? Not like, well,
yeah, absolutely,
like,
I do.
So, okay. So that's, I think, I don't know, like, I guess, like, what more of this discussion can really be said, because it literally just a difference of values. If you don't think that human beings are, like, super that different from animals, then it's going to, like, hit really close to home, because you're going to see it, like, not exactly the same, but, like, a similar colored string, However, if you don't have that value near each other, you're going to see it as, like, a completely, like,